How's it going, guys? It's Tom here from DeFi Liquidity Tracker. Happy Friday. It's been now 2 weeks using MaxFi and SnuggleFi to do some liquidity farming. So yeah, it's been a pretty good week. Made some changes. I would say this week went pretty well. Not so good news for the Clarity Act, but you know, hopefully we'll get some good news on what they reschedule it to September 15th. So between now and then, that's 30 days. Crypto market's not going to do nothing but move sideways. That's a perfect time to go liquidity farming. You might not make money on your crypto, but you'll make money in the pools. So let's see, last week did pretty good. There was some major catalysts that affected the market. So, like usual, the Iran and Ukraine conflicts are still causing high volatility. Prices of oil's been up and down. Every time it goes up, the markets crash. It goes down, markets come back. So you get these little pumps. But hey, every time I love those little pumps and dumps because that's when I make a lot of my money farming. Let's see, the July had a weak job reports. So that caused the Fed rate hike odds to collapse. So hopefully next in September, they'll most likely remain flat. We also had CPI and PPI numbers came out. The inflation numbers also were in the area of, I think it was like 0.1 change. So that's another indicator that the Fed is just going to sit and wait for another report before they do anything. So yeah, those are kind of the main things that happened this week. My next video on Sunday, I'll give you an idea of what to look out for in the week ahead that can affect the market. So let's jump in here and check out the portfolio. All right, so here we are on the MaxFi dashboard. As you can see, the portfolio value is still holding strong, 18,800, and I've made $4,535, got $726 uncollected, and I've been doing some fine-tuning adjustment. I have not added any capital to this. This literally was my Solana and Ethereum holdings that lost like 50% of their value because I was a bag holder. So I was like, what can I do with those while it's sitting there doing nothing? I know, let's liquidity farm. So here we are. Those tokens, yeah, Ethereum and Solana, they've been just kind of chilling. But over here, I'm converted those into my favorite LP pairs, and now I've made $4,500 in the last 2 weeks. Pretty good. So I did some tweaking, and now I'm projected to make $616 per day. So this fluctuates. It changes throughout the hour. It just depends on how much liquidity. See, it just changed there right there. So my goal here is I'm gonna try to basically, my goal is to keep it at $500 per day or higher projected. So what I'll do to keep that in is I'm gonna monitor like the lowest APR positions, and if those ones just seem to be, you know, not doing so well, then I'll trim them out and I'll reallocate those investments to higher performing pairs. So let's see, last week, yes, I did close out some positions. So the underperformers that I closed my silver position, the SGov position, Apple stock, and Google stock. They just weren't doing all that great. I mean, I let them run for a week. You know, they're good, they're cool. I think I might go back into them once I'm ready to kind of turn my risk level off. So right now my goal is to I'm generating as much capital, and I am rotating that capital into blue chip cryptos. So like basically over here on MaxFi, I am rotating over here into Snuggle. So Snuggle, see, I got a VVV wrapped ETH position open. So that position's been open for 36 days, averaging 86% return. It's only rebalanced 3 times. I believe I opened that position with $2,200. and now it's worth 24.77. So not bad. So this is kind of what I want to do. I want to take all these higher risk positions and turn them into steadier, more guaranteed. And like I said, my goal is to get about $3,000 to $5,000 per month off of the liquidity farming. So also back here on MaxFi, on the base network, base chain. So right now I am, where is the little button? Oh, gotta go over here to earn. Oh wait, never mind. Go back to positions. Here it is. So on the base network, so I've been rotating some of those earnings into new positions. This virtual wrapped ETH, it's been open for a while, 18 days, and it's getting 53% APR. It's only rebalanced once, so, you know, not bad, not great, but, you know, it's doing its thing. So here's a new position I just opened. This is just kind of a test. It's wrapped ETH, wrapped Bitcoin. So it's been only open for almost 2 days, and 32.9% APR. And look, I'm only doing a 2% range with a 2% delay, or a 2-hour delay, and hasn't even rebalanced once. So pretty stable, pretty stable. So the cool thing with the MaxFi and SnuggleFi technology is you can set your ranges really tight like this, and the platform does the rebalancing for you so that you don't hardly lose any impermanent loss or fees when you're no swap fees or anything like that. So, all right, so back to the main farming portfolio. So last week, my top performers out of the stocks, I have 20 open stock positions, was SpaceX. I have a few SpaceX positions open. So overall, they've done about a 14% ROI. So here's a sample of my largest position. Its value is held, and it's generated $324 in fees at approximately 20 bucks a day. So not bad. That's just one. I got 53 positions. So do the math. You know, 50 positions, if you can get $20 off every single one of them, that's a good chunk of change. All right, so the next, go through this list really quick. The next good performer was SanDisk. That one had a 9% ROI. And then USAR had a 4.3% ROI. My stock losers, the ones that were, they didn't do too well, was Apple. Apple had a negative 4.3% ROI. So I did decide to close. I had a few of those positions open. I think I closed 2 of them to rotate those back into meme coins. Meme coins are my huge money makers at the moment. And then I also, the other one that's not doing all great is the MSTR, Michael Saylor's strategy. They only had a negative 1%, which, you know, is not bad, but it's not good because it's negative. But, you know, I bet you that one might be better to get back in once the crypto market comes back into play and there's more activity. So on the meme coins, the meme coins were, the big winners were the Buy Me token. So I had a 50% ROI. So that one I've almost doubled my initial investment. Here, I'll show you that one really quick since that one was my top. Where are my meme coins? There we go. So here we go, $400 in. So actually the position, I think I started out with like 370 or so, and it's at 412, $23 a day, $156 in fees. So that one probably in the next week is gonna ROI itself. So that'll be pretty cool. And I'll be just playing with free house money. So the other top performers were MUMU. I have a few positions open up on that. I have a Russian doll strategy. I think I'm doing a 300%, 200%, and 100%. And that one's done a 36% ROI. Hoodrat has also done a 36% ROI. And Index has also done a 25% ROI. And Index, I also have a Russian doll strategy open on that one. The meme losers that were that just didn't play out well was the IF token. That one had a negative 47% ROI. I reported on that one last week. I left the position open just because I just want to see what it does, because it's actually come back up in value. So I did start at $400 and it went all the way down to like 70, and now it's at 97. So I mean, I'm just going to keep it open because it has such a great APR. It's like eventually it's going to come back to life. So right now that one's down about 47%. The other one that I didn't get in at the right time was WOOF. A lot of people did really good with it, but I think by the time I got into it, the coin had stopped pumping. It did a negative 10% ROI. Tendies did a negative 16% ROI, and Frong did a negative 8% ROI. So what I'm basically going to do is, like I said, I want to keep this above 500%, or $500 per day projected. I'm going to close out the lowest APR positions. So if I go here to APR, sort them by APR, go all the way down to the bottom, start at the bottom. So I have a WETH index. This has only been open 4 days. I really want to let them run for at least a week before I make a decision on them, because so much can happen. Like, you could just get in at the wrong time, but then a few days later the token could pump. So letting them run a week. The ones index I had open prior to this did really well. So I don't know why that one's coming down at the bottom. Oh, okay. Because I have this filtered by memes. So that's pretty good. My lowest meme is 286%. So if I show all of them, all right, here we go. All of them. So this position, USO is actually doing pretty good, but this particular position's not. So it's only at 67%. So that one, I don't know. I may rotate this capital into a different position if I get bored during the week. Apple, like I said, Apple, it's not doing bad. 72%. That's pretty freaking good. But I could put that capital into a meme and I can double it in probably like 5 or 6 days. Crazy stuff. That's how crazy the stuff is right now. So same with the MSTR. $368 can do a lot on a meme. Right now it's only generated $5 over almost 7 days. I'm getting spoiled. And then Apple. So Apple is borderline. It's been running for 17 days, 107%, $18 off of $359. It's not bad. Not bad. This is like a position I would like to have for when I'm going back into, when I'm going to rotate my portfolio into more stable, slow and steady. But right now I'm just trying to build it up so that I can generate the $3,000 a month with these 100 to 200% APR type positions that are more stable. So, but yeah, pretty much any of the memes on here, on MaxFi, Alex, who is, he's the brains behind this. He really goes through these coins, and he picks out basically the coins that are, he vets them all. He makes sure that they are don't have like a infinite coin supply mechanism, or he's just got a bunch of things that he goes through. So he only puts in pretty decent memes on here. So yeah, basically, like I said, I'm taking profits off of the memes, and then rolling them into blue chip crypto LPs, and that's kind of what I'm gonna do. So this month, this is kind of a screenshot from, I think this was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just to kind of show you that, yes, it actually is. So this right here, this was projected $493 per day. So next day I went from 455 to 800. So I'm not sure the exact time frames, probably like, I think these were like 9 or 10 p.m. each night. So these were almost a 24-hour period. So Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday. So you can see, so the reason why my total value did go down from 19,000 to 18,000 is because I closed some of those positions, reopened others, took profits, opened up the positions on SnuggleFi and the base network. So I'm kind of rotating those into the more stable positions just to give them a try. So, but yeah, just from, this was last night, so to today, so it's already doing pretty good. So we'll see how the weekend goes. I appreciate you guys definitely stopping by once again. This is just me showing you my portfolio. None of this is financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do. So this is just for your entertainment to see how I do. This technology is awesome. If you want to check it out, use my links below. They are affiliate links. They cost you nothing to use, but they do help me out a little bit. But yeah, it's some great stuff. Definitely, you know, throw $100 into it and watch it, check it out, play with it. You really don't have to use a whole lot to make a whole lot. Like Alex has this one crazy position. He put $79 into HMM, which is the Thinking Cat token. He timed it at the right time. And that position was open for 6 or 7 days, and it ROI'd 6x. Like he went from $79 to like $600 to $700. Pretty crazy, crazy stuff. So definitely worth checking out. Cool stuff. So, all right, guys, you guys take it easy. Check back on Sunday. So between now and Sunday, I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of more trimming here, tightening this up, probably pumping this up a little higher, opening up new positions, and we'll see how it goes. So Sunday, we'll check it out. We'll get ready for the new week, and we'll see how it is. So you guys take it easy and have a great weekend, and I will see you Sunday.